So I'm really excited to bring you this lesson on transition footwork. And we're going to go over transition footwork in the middle of the court. I'd like to really simplify it for you, make it easy for you so you understand what needs to happen. Now, the problem that I see with footwork out there is, number one, players don't know what to do in this part of the court. And number two, they're taught to actually come up, slow down, stop, get set, swing, and then run forward with a lot of little steps. And unfortunately, that's not the most efficient way to move. And so what I want to do is I want to make it easier for you. And what's interesting is that when I think back to my pro career, at 28 years old, I met Joseph O'Dwyer. And Joseph was the coach that helped me break the top 100 for the first time at the age of 30. And he actually taught the lift and land footwork pattern. So he actually taught his junior players and even showed me how to go off the front foot on my approach shots when the ball was in the middle of the court. I had never had a coach teach me this type of footwork before, which is quite interesting because if you think about all of my years in tennis, I either used my footwork naturally or I did it wrong. But in both cases, no one reinforced that I was doing it right on a particular shot. So I really think I could have improved a lot faster as a junior, as a college player, and as a pro if I had someone just tweaking my footwork, fine-tuning it here and there to make me more efficient. So fortunately, now we have a lot of pro tennis players using the optimal footwork patterns. Roger Federer, for example, he's made a living out of coming up, lifting off his front foot and ripping forehands and coming to the net. Again, what I call the lift and land. He's so good at that. He makes it look so natural, and now so many players are copying it. So we're going to review that in this lesson. We're also going to talk about when the ball comes low, you need to come up and practice the run through and literally walk through the ball. Okay, this is one time where moving through the ball actually can help your balance. Because think about this, if you come up and you stop and you try to hit, your upper body can tumble over your lower body and you can actually lose balance. So you keep your balance by moving the correct way. Your body is stacked, aligned and moving in the correct way when you move through the ball, whether it's a lift and land or the run through. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bring in a student, and he's going to go through some of these progressions that I would take you through if I was on the court with you. So we're going to bring Simon out to the baseline. And first what I want Simon to do is shadow stroke some of these footwork patterns. So he's going to go through and hit a forehand approach using the lift and land. So before you start, Simon, when you come up, I want you just to come up maybe just past the service line, and then just make a little circle and backpedal, okay, when you're done. So let's start a few feet behind the baseline. Okay, you see the short ball, come up and do a lift and land for me. Awesome. And back up. Good. Now this time I want you to move up a little bit quicker, like you're really attacking the ball. Go. Excellent. Now let's see the backhand side. Lift and land. Come up fast to it. Good. Excellent. All right, now, if the ball comes low, I want him to use the little run through, okay? So ball's gonna come low, it's gonna go off this outside leg and just keep jogging through. Then he's going to circle back. Here we go, let's see it. Awesome. Now let's see it on the backhand side. Jog up. One thing you can notice about the way he's doing it is that he's facing the net. He's not turning sideways and running up. He's facing the net, keeping the ball in front of him, and that will allow him to get to the net in an easier fashion. Now, one thing that I want to point out is I want to point out that sometimes when the ball comes really low into your body, you can use a karaoke. So you can come up and you can bring this leg behind. That's something that a lot of coaches are teaching and a lot of you out there are familiar with. But in today's lesson, I really want you to get the lift and land, and I want you to get the run through on the low ball. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have the ball fed to Simon. That's the next progression. We're going to watch him use that footwork pattern again. I'm going to break it down, and then we're going to actually put it into play as if he was hitting, as if he was playing a point. Okay, so first things first. The ball's going to be fed. We're going to go to his forehand first, and he's going to hop off the front leg. Good. Now what I'd like this time, Simon, is I'd like you to come up maybe a couple feet inside the service line. So don't stop short of it. Just pretend like you're coming to the net. Go ahead. Nice. Now we could add an extra element to that there where we'll go on the backhand side this time with a lift and land. We can add an extra element where this time after you do it, I want you to come up and split and then just do like a 50% volley. So you're practicing moving through the volley as well. Here we go. Lift and land, and then a little volley. So that's a nice little pattern that you can practice on your own, whether it's a ball machine or whether someone feeds you balls. That's awesome for you to do. Now, we're going to have the ball come low with slice through the middle of the court. So whether it comes to his forehand or backhand, it doesn't matter right now. We're going to get him going off that outside leg if he can. All right, so we're going to check that out. So we're going to get a low ball in the middle. And look how he just walks right through that ball. That was excellent. Textbook, exactly how I want it done. So now we're going to go on the backhand side. Let's see the backhand. Awesome. So he stumbled a little bit, right, Simon? You're on your front foot, so he felt it. So he was a little bit on this foot. Now, if you're there, you just got to keep running through and hope everything works out. But I want to see this time, I want to see you get on this leg, this outside leg, and as you hit it, you're going to jog through. It's definitely harder on the backhand side. Go ahead. Excellent, much better. Now, what if you decide you want to slice the ball? You can do the exact same thing. So he can come up, and he can hit it off of his outside leg with a slice. Okay, let's see that happen. Excellent. Do you have a karaoke in you as well?
I do.
Okay, so this time, ball's going to come low to the backhand, and he's going to come up, and he's going to use a karaoke. Again, the whole focus is moving through the ball and not stopping. Here we go. Excellent. Nice going. Okay, so Simon has passed the next test. He's very good with his shadow strokes. He was very good with the ball fed to him from a ball machine or from a coach or from a partner. Now we're going to get into some rallies, okay? And in this case, we're going to rally down the middle, and then when the ball comes short, he's going to hit his approach shots. The first time, ball is going to be higher, and he's going to use that lift and land. Later on in this rally situation, we're going to show the run through. So let's go ahead and rally down the middle a couple balls, and when it comes short, you're going to use the lift and land. Give him a short ball. One more, short ball. Lift and land. Good, so notice the hop, okay? So we'll go, yep, let's go again. This time we'll see a backhand lift and land. One more, short ball to the backhand. Good, excellent. So it doesn't matter if he misses it right now because we're just working on the footwork. We're trying to get this footwork down so that it feels more natural. So now this time, after maybe the third or fourth ball, second, third, fourth ball, whatever's natural, let's see a low slice down the middle, and let's see him move through the ball. Here we go. So you're going to rally. You're going to get that short ball. Maybe a slice coming up soon. And he runs through it. Good. Excellent. Let's do it one more time to the forehand side. Rally a couple balls, and we'll slice to the forehand, and he jogs through it. So again, there's no stopping, there's no slowing down, there's a lot of rhythm behind it, and what's really cool is, again, it's simple. It may be hard to learn at first because it's new to you, but it's simple to execute in that all you have to do is when the ball's in your strike zone, you just have to get on your front foot. And when the ball is lower and shorter, then you're going to work on walking through or running through. So that's your lesson to go over how to handle those balls in the middle of the court, whether they come high or whether they come low. And of course, if they come a little bit wider, you'll know what to do there with those low balls. You'll use that run through as well.